Hello and welcome to Year 4's Reading at Home workshop. We hope to give you some information about how you can help your child, especially as the holidays are coming up, what you can do with them to help their reading during the 6 weeks and going into Year 5. Learning to read is about listening and understanding, as well as working out what's printed on the page. Through hearing stories, you are exposed to a wide range of words. This helps you to build your own vocabulary and improve your understanding of the story. It's a gateway to learning and supports the building of knowledge and many key skills. Children can travel to faraway lands and discover new identities and new ideas. They learn new words that they can use in their own writing. Reading is fundamental to many of the skills that they will acquire over their lifetime.
Reading has two components. The first is word recognition. This is where the children can decode and recognise key words that they read. This also means that they may use strategies such as their phonics in order to decode words, and they will blend the sounds together to be able to identify which word they are reading. The second is the reading comprehension, and this is the ability for the child to understand what they are reading. This is important because it enables the child to read the sentence, actually understand the meaning behind that sentence and where that fits in the text. These are both essential and fundamental skills which need to be practiced in order to be successful at reading. It is important to develop word recognition skills in order to be successful at reading. There are many ways in which you could develop these skills. You can encourage your child to use their phonics to segment and blend any unfamiliar words and continue to support them with their learning of tricky words. Tricky words are words which are not phonetically plausible. You can also make connections to any patterns that they may recognise in words. These will all help their reading.
When reading at home, it's really important that you yourself are a good role model. If you're reading, find some time in the day to read to yourself somewhere quiet where the children can see you opening a book and see that you get pleasure from reading. Share those books with your children. That even at the age they are now, they still will enjoy being read to. There are many benefits of reading daily. This image demonstrates the number of words the children are exposed to if they read for a short amount of time every day. They can use all these new words in their conversation and writing, making higher level written pieces.
Reading should be for both enjoyment and interest, and it can be encouraged through many different genres and types of texts. There are many examples of this screen of things that you can encourage your child to read. They include fiction, non-fiction and poetry. They could read instructions to create something, magazines, information books or different poems. Try to encourage your child to read a variety in order to support and keep them engaged. Here is a recommended reading list for each key stage. There are a variety of different genres for your children to explore. Here are an example of the EYFS Year 1 and Year 2 lists. Here is Years 3, 4, 5 and 6 recommending reading, which we believe are high quality books that would be good starting points if you are struggling to think of different texts to read with your child.
Reading with your child is very beneficial for both you and them. When reading, you are able to facilitate a discussion based on the text and monitor their progress. This should be a cosy and relaxed time for you both where you can enjoy sharing a book together. It might be that you read to your child and you might ask them questions when you come across them or ask them to help you clarify some words they may not understand. It might be where they read a bit to you and you read a bit to them and you do some kind of shared reading. Or it could be that they just want to read to you. But to make it as relaxed and as cosy as possible is essential. Reading should never be stressful. It needs to be a pleasurable experience. To help support discussions at home, the next two slides are some helpful resources for questions and hints that you can ask your children. We've given you the Year 1 and 2 ones just in case your child is having trouble reading a book. You may want to look back at these ones to see what you can help them with. As discussed previously, it's essential that all children have a good understanding of what they are reading. And through asking questions like these listed, the children will begin to think deeply about what they are reading.
As the children progress through the years, the questions encourage them to think more deeply and begin to form their own answers more independently.
As we have been doing over the last few months, we will continue to use our reading records and will continue this into the year 5. We want this to be a place where you can note down the books the children have read, and at the bottom of the page there is a box for the children to record any new words they have been learning, which they can then magpie and use in their writing. At the moment, we'll be collecting in the reading records once a week, which is a Thursday, and handing them back on a Monday. Hopefully, next year, this will be more of a daily process.
So there are many different ways in which you can encourage your child to become a better reader. Encourage them to read daily. Remind them to clarify any words or phrases that they don't understand. Talk about the words they do not understand by reading the whole sentence or the paragraph. You could even use a dictionary to look them up. Support them with their discussions.
There are several key messages to take from this. Try and listen to and read with your child regularly. Help them to problem solve when they come across words they do not understand. Encourage them to read a variety of text types, from recipes and newspapers to fiction books, non-fiction books. Try and find the text that they will enjoy reading. And this will help them develop understanding through the questions that you can also ask them.
Thank you for joining us for our Reading at Home Parent Workshop. If you have any further questions, please speak to your class teacher or email the school office. We hope that this PowerPoint has given you some key ideas of different things that you may wish to try at home.